What's up? What's up? What's up, great people? My name is D. Fitch, the host of the I'ma Lead You There show, where we bring you the latest in entrepreneur insights, wellness tips, lifestyle hacks, and a deep dive into the arts and filmmaking. Big shout out to the kings and the queens, the haters and the supporters, and to all of you out there seeking financial freedom and higher consciousness. Let's elevate together. In this milestone episode 10, I'm excited about this one, y'all. I got some great guests, too. In this milestone episode 10 of the I'ma Lead You There show, we dive deep into the 124th National Black Business Conference, exploring its profound impact on the Black business community. Join us today, watch today, as we unpack the key takeaways from this historic event, where entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and visionaries gathered to forge new paths in business and economic empowerment. We'll discuss the pivotal moments, groundbreaking initiatives, and the lasting legacy this conference is set to leave. Whether you attended it or missed it, this episode, I promise you, will give you the invaluable insights that could shape the future of your business. Today, I have two fantastic guests. One I just met moments ago, but I like the spirit was right there from the rip. Smiles, introduction, and she comes with a great brother who also met her at this conference.
That's a fact.
So it's like it really just so cohesive. So
Absolutely.
please introduce yourself and tell the world who you are, what you do, and tell the world what you do.
I mean, one, thanks for having me.
No problem.
I am with you. This is definitely divine, how it came together. But my name is Kendra. I actually did attend the 124th National Black Business Conference. The National Black Chamber of Commerce helped in putting that event on, in which I am a part of. I represent the Greater Georgia Black Chamber of Commerce, where I serve as the Finance Partnership Director. I'm a bridge builder. I connect this to the money or to the partnership that's going to help them either grow or scale. Outside of that is how I met Rashad. I am a tax professional as well. I specialize in business taxes and personal taxes. In my personal life, I am a nonprofit owner. I'm the founder and CEO of She Is the Village. I support single mothers with autopilot and burnout. So, of course, I do services like transportation, food, rent, and mortgage payments. But my differentiator is I do self-care and therapy. I'm really big on mindset. So I hire small businesses that are also single moms. So it's just a win-win-win all around.
Nice, nice. Thank you for attending and blessing us with your presence.
As you see, why she deserves to be here today.
Absolutely, no doubt. Like you said, that was divine intervention. I don't think anything is coincidence in this world any longer. The next brother, we met
several places.
Several places.
Yeah.
But my first, what do you call it? First impression off the rip was a helper, somebody looking to uplift. I went for a hoop session. Yes, I still hoop, and yes, I'm still nice with it at 50.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. But we met at a hoop session, and what was so special about this hoop session or different was before everybody started to hoop, he gathered us around and really spoke life into us. It became more than just hooping. I've hooped for years and years. Like, I've never been to a session like that, to be quite honest. And the organization, his dedication, he's mopping the floor, he's like doing everything. And this is a free come on in. Usually people, people charge.
Yes.
Period, point blank. But his whole idea of bringing community together, bringing CEOs together, entrepreneurs together to network and to just kind of, hey, share what you're doing to uplift your business. And it was a lasting impression. Big shout out to Bunduk, who put me on to those hoop sessions.
Facts.
And once my knee heals up a little bit, I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? But Rashad, thank you for coming on the show, brother. Man. And please introduce yourself, tell the world what you do. For sure.
Rashad Williams here, the CEO of Tax Group Pros, a network that increases your net worth. And like my brother was saying, man, I'm also the organizer of the CEO Hoop Session. If you don't have a business, you have no business here, right? I like subs. As you can see, I like subs. So, man, just being here in Atlanta, really enjoy bringing all the business owners together, all the CEOs together. The purpose of it is to strengthen one another. You know, when we talk about iron sharpening iron, we're talking about CEOs building CEOs. Let's be, let's take our economy, let's take our community into our own hands and be able to share the word of the day. And the word of the day don't always come from me. It comes from other CEOs and other business owners. We're responsible for building not only our own households, but also helping the people that are working in our businesses, the people that are supporting our businesses. And the best way to do that is to focus on the community. So as a representative of the Next Gen, which was one of the organizers for the National Black Business Conference 124th, and we heading for the 125th.
That's at the quintessential, right?
You already know it. If you haven't attended, you definitely want to attend. But from the introduction, I'm gonna stop there because I already know we about to get into a conversation that's much needed.
Let's get into it.
It's much needed.
I attended the 123rd just as an attendee. And went to a lot of the workshops and everything else, so I was familiar with it. But then this year, some piece of my content reached Cedric Hill.
Yes,
and he reached
out
to
me. Shout out to
Ced. Shout out to Ced, the playmaker. I call him. That's my new nickname for him, the playmaker. But shout out to Ced. He reached out to me via IG, and then he picked up the phone, which I feel in this day and age is a little, I'm not gonna say unprecedented, but it's serious. Somebody dial your number these days, for the most part, it's serious. They have an agenda, they want to do something. So initially, he had asked me to, I'm trying to think what came first. No, let's rewind. Let's rewind how I got into this conference, the 124th. I was working my part-time job at the Ben Stadium and bumped into Rashad.
Oh, wow.
And Rashad offered the same thing that said eventually called and offered me as well,
The follow
which
through.
was to cover the event on a voluntary basis as a filmmaker.
Okay.
Initially, and I had a show, episode 9 was about this pro bono work.
Wow.
Yeah, so pro bono, I'm 20 years deep in this.
Difficult.
So it's,
Yeah, it's like you don't know what to. It's like some projects, and I get it too. You know, being a community leader, community volunteer, all that,
Yes.
as well as Kendra, you have to discern what projects are worth your attention.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mean to cut you off, brother.
No, please. This is what this all. Please jump in.
Right,
in
right.
there. You know,
Right.
if I gotta give you the pocket pass, you
Uh-huh,
got it.
all right, bounce pass, all that.
Actually, and for if you don't know that basketball analogy, you can use a double dutch analogy. So if you gotta get in there, go ahead and jump in.
I'll take that one too.
Go ahead and jump.
You got that one person talking about some in,
Right. Get on in there, you know what I mean? But so rewinding, you approached me with it, but I was working and I was like, my first knee jerk was like, I'm not in a position right this moment to
Right.
do pro bono work.
Right.
That was my knee jerk.
Right.
I thought about it after you left, all of that. I'm like, It was like
They was pulling
You
that
start
joint.
wrestling with it, right?
Right.
Yes,
I'm like,
okay.
man, 124th, wow.
It's a lot.
2,000
It's a lot.
businesses.
Yeah, that
Right,
part.
right.
Yes.
International.
Yes.
Right.
Look at that count.
The count says no, but my heart says yes.
And my mind says, you already know.
All right.
Hey.
So here comes Said. Hey, Brother Fitz, this is Said. What I saw you. He saw a video that I posted that I was speaking for the Mandela initiative that came over from Africa. It's like 24 different students that
Right.
are all different entrepreneurs from different countries. They came here to Georgia State University, which is my
Right.
alma mater, go Panthers. And so I was invited to speak to them about entrepreneurship. One of the things I said in the clip that Cedric saw was me wanting to have an international film presence and to have satellite offices in Africa, the continent, Ghana, etc.,
Right.
Brazil, all over the world.
Right.
You know, primarily Brazil and Africa was where I'm going to be.
There you go.
I'm going to have
That's a
satellite
fact.
That's how you
offices.
speak it.
Yeah, that's a
Yes.
fact.
I'm going to have satellite offices in those countries
Yes.
soon. So he piggybacked off of that and was like, "Look, brother, you more than likely you're going to run into some people in those countries that have
Right.
influence, and economic empowerment, et cetera, et cetera." So nonetheless, after some logistics were said, I was sold,
All right.
and I was there, and it definitely changed my perspective. I'm not gonna say changed my life,
Right.
but it changed my perspective on how to do business. It changed my perspective on service,
Right.
and being of service. Everybody there showed me a high level of respect. They appreciated the work that I was doing and said it
Right.
Right.
in those spaces
Right.
Absolutely.
at that time.
Right.
When I needed to hear it. Me and Rashad bumped into each other a couple times, and this brother's a walking affirmation, bro.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, like
appreciate
he's
that.
just. You're not gonna get no bad words out there, brother.
Yeah,
from
no.
my
I appreciate
experience,
that,
you
man.
know what I'm
All
saying?
positive. Yes.
It's always up.
Yes.
It's up, man.
Yes.
And I respect you and I love you for that, King.
I appreciate you for that, King.
So
The
yeah,
love
that's
is
my
mutual.
experience. I got some great content that I'm still working through to try to get out there. So that was my overarching experience, and this is not about me. This show, this is about y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and read one of these questions, and Miss Kendra, I would love for you to jump on it.
Sure.
Let's see. can you share some of the most inspiring? No, I don't like that one. Well, I'll give you the two. You can pick out of the two. Can you share some of the most inspiring success stories or case studies that were highlighted during the conference, and or what partnerships or collaborations were formed at the conference that you believe will have a lasting impact on the Black business community?
Okay, I'll go with the second one, and it probably will answer the first one too.
Okay.
So I can say the partnerships that were formed, for one, it was already a collaboration putting the conference together.
Absolutely.
So that's a partnership within itself. And then when we got to the conference and we started meeting with the countries who came here from overseas, that right there was enough of bridge building within itself.
Give me some names. Give me some country names.
So Senegal was there. The ambassador of Chad was there. Ghana, of course, was there. Nigeria was there.
Absolutely.
Cote d'Ivoire was there. Sierra Leone was there. So that's just a few.
I met Kenya. I met Eritrea. I met Ghana.
Wow.
There was another East Africa. South Africa.
See, South Africa was there. And just being able to mingle with them, they were already trying to figure out how you could start to build business with them, or when was the next time you could connect. And then when the number one game changer for me is when they had the panelist with the Atlanta Business League with Lenore Barr Davenport, and he was over the soccer league as well, and then the mayor's conference president was there, as well as Atlanta Voice was there.
Absolutely.
You remember that panel? And we got to hear what the truth really is and how we're going to move forward as a culture, and it was share. Share if you have done it. A lot of us are pioneers in this business field. We're like trailblazing.
Right.
So if you have done it and you have made the pitfalls and the mistakes, you need to share it amongst the rest of us
Absolutely.
who are trying to do it too. So we don't make those same pitfalls. It's going to take us doing it multiple times to get it right anyway. So sharing the information and actually building the relationship. If you have a one-up, don't monopolize it. Pass the information
Absolutely.
down. It's a lot of us in the industry doing the same thing. So that was a big takeaway that I got from the conference.
Nice.
For sure. I want to add on to what you were saying. As you were speaking, it made me think of this was a culture meeting. This was an opportunity for us to share our current experiences and also share the game plan. Like, what's the game plan? What are we doing, right? Next Gen, a committee that I'm so glad to be a part of, co-founder Cedric Hill has hand-selected a lot of these individuals, myself as being one of them, to think of something bigger than ourselves. This wasn't about our individual businesses. This was about collaboration. This was about having a meeting amongst the minds. So it was a mastermind. It was excelling and exposing of leaders that are already doing it in their own lane, but now allowing us to come together and create a relay. Everybody ran a leg.
Yeah.
And with everyone running a leg, it takes away the heavy lifting from one person.
Yes.
When you take away the heavy lifting from one person, you're allowed to be able to do the best as you can without exhausting yourself and not having anything left. So, the reason that I decided to be a part of this committee and to commit to the National Black Business Conference, the Next Gen Summit, is because this is something that has started way before us. Yes. It's going to continue after us, but it's also going to leave us with an opportunity to make an impression on not only our legacy, but the legacies to come, right?
Absolutely.
The people that came before us, they knew nothing of us. But now we get to learn from them.
Yes.
And be able to continue the initiative.
Yes.
Pass the torch. As a wise man has once said, shout out Nipsey Hussle, the marathon continues.
Absolutely. Rashad, I love that. I like that you said the game plan. I feel like this generation that we're in, we're done talking about it. At this point, what's the actionable items to be about it? I don't want to sit and talk about it no more.
Right.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
No, 100%. 100%. Looking ahead, how can attendees and the wider community leverage the knowledge and connections gained from this conference to drive sustained growth and innovation? How do we get to this money?
That's
You
real.
meet people like me.
I mean, like, because let's be real. What you touched on the sharing part, and I always said that. Like, if you look at a lot of people out there look for our entertainers to quote unquote save us,
Right.
right? For me, I don't look for that, but I do feel like the only responsibility I would love for them to have is to share. Stop telling me how you can do it, and that
Right.
I can talk shit too.
Right.
Everybody, we can all very pop off. Like, just for example, when Jay-Z shot out Tom Ford, that was the most disappointing thing for me. Right? Like, if Rashad has a clothing line, or this brother right here, shout him out.
Absolutely.
Why are you shouting out the already millionaire?
Right.
Right.
For, like, I don't get that. You're already good, so you don't necessarily, I'm not gonna say need, that's, you
Yeah.
don't,
I think it's tough, bro. I think it's tough. The reason I think it's tough is because we expect athletes to be athletes. Entertainers should be entertainers. Educators should be educators. But depending on the room that you're in, right? I believe that, I know that entertainers, when they get into their safe space, in certain rooms, they share. And then we have some entertainers that go against, I ain't gonna say no names, nothing like that, but they go against the grain and they give you the information, but it's really up to how you
Use it.
but you gotta,
Retain
you
it.
also gotta digest it.
You do.
yeah.
And then after digesting, you have to apply. And a lot of people don't know how to
Implement.
apply,
Yeah.
right? That implementation changes everything.
Absolutely.
Because some people get started like, I get it, but what do I do next? Now it becomes too much. It's like, all right, bro, I just gave you, you got to go do something with it. I can't tell you what to do next. You got to go figure it out. So, I know that Jay-Z moves with a heavy business mindset. So whatever he did with Tom Ford, I'm pretty sure there was something beyond that. He did not just mention that just because he never does that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right? So there's more there than we understand. And to bring it back to the conference, like to bring it back to why, we're doing what we're doing, because we're taking that same thing. We're being intentional. There was multiple events going on in the city. One of them being InvestFest.
InvestFest.
The
Yep.
exact same time, the exact same date.
Yes.
And it's a different agenda. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, there's a lot to be gained from InvestFest. But I chose to be a part of the National Black Business Conference, the Next Gen Summit, is because we were taking actionable steps on how we can enhance the community in the sense of who's in the room. Let's create something amongst us. That was a committee meeting. That was a board meeting. That was an international and domestic meeting, because from that we have individuals like myself, Kayvon Travis, Sean James, so many committee members that's on, Joshua with Ordinary Odds, T. Dortch, which is a part of this. Come on now, look, we in the Rice Center, we talk about T. Dortch the third. You know what I'm saying? Like, we created something in that moment to be, all right, how are we gonna get out here and actually get this money? We got meetings on our calendar from, for the next couple of weeks to be able to continue to curate what we started at the National Black Business Conference.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
you know, it's a lot still going on, and
Yes.
it's a lot that we are committed to. And the best way to become a part of this, if you're watching this, the best way to become a part of this, hit me on Instagram, New York Tax All Day. Let's have a conversation. I can't just bring you into the circle. You have to be qualified.
Yeah.
And you have to bring something to the table. You have to be determined. You have to be willing, right? You have to want more for your community than you want for just yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what we're built on. That's what we're built on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback. I'm gonna drop two nuggets.
Please.
I'm gonna drop two nuggets right now that came from the conference. Okay, one of them was the World Cup, FIFA World Cup
2026.
will be here in 2026, right?
2 years.
If you want to get involved, you only have up until 2025. After that, it is too late. How do you get involved? Every city has a committee for FIFA right now. And you had to have a business that was at least willing to invest $1 million to be a part of it. Number one, that took who out? Us.
Most of us.
Right? But had we known that, and we know it now, we just partner with those businesses and
Collective.
build relationships, and we can all get in there.
Absolutely.
That's how you would do it. That was a nugget. Another one. This one was dropped by Sebastian Barron. He is a policy advisor under Governor Kemp.
Yeah, he was
Republican.
Just here. Just here
Black.
the other day.
So you know him, right? Yeah, he was here. How do you
Afro.
get to the money? You follow the legislation. That was
that's
the
real.
answer. You follow the legislation. Legislations are the ones that's writing policies about where the money is to be allocated. So what do? We build businesses that align with legislation to
Absolutely.
be able to get those funds allocated. What do we also do? We get us in alignment with designations. What
Absolutely.
are those? Those disadvantaged business enterprise designations. If you are a black woman, you are a hot commodity right now. And I'm telling you that right now.
Better
We
know it.
already are black and disadvantaged. That's 2 set-asides. Don't be a veteran. That's 3. You don't even have to compete. They're just going to give it to you. It will bring businesses to you because you'll be the contractor. And they'll have to subcontract through you. Those are just 2 nuggets that happen. Wanted to drop them. We're doing this. We're building this.
Nice.
And that's actionable items.
Absolutely. Don't be surprised when you see where things are going. And I'm a person of intentionality. And we actually have a meeting this evening, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
We actually have
Yes, we
a
do.
committee meeting, our first committee meeting, you know, and this, like I told you, this is why I went to the National Black Business Conference instead of the InvestFest.
Yeah.
You know, nothing against either one. I think that it's important to understand what you're looking for so you know where to go.
Yeah.
You know, InvestFest is an amazing event. I got a lot of friends that's a part of it. But I also am more a part of the Next Gen committee when it comes to the National Black Business Conference and the Next Gen Summit. So you see where I'm committed to.
Okay. Well, yeah. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and wrap up, but I want to wrap up with something I call a rapid fire or this or that
Okay.
type of deal.
Quick questions.
Quick questions. Yeah,
I like that. 30 seconds or less.
They found out my list.
You know.
Oh, it's my first one.
Is there a
I
buzzer
heard about
involved? Where's the buzzer? Is there a buzzer involved?
Nah, we just gonna go off the top.
Okay.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Nike.
Hoodie or button up?
Hoodie.
Button up.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Cats.
Coffee or tea?
T.
BMW or Benz?
Benz.
BMW.
Winter or
G-Wagon.
summer?
Summer.
Winter.
Beach or mountains?
Mountains.
Beach.
9 to 5 or entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneurship.
Ooh.
Entrepreneurship for sure.
Credit or cash?
Credit.
Credit.
Okay. Biggie or Tupac?
Biggie.
I'm both.
Biggie.
Big Tupac.
Pac?
Pac.
Okay. Yeah. That's it. All right.
That was good. That was good rapid fire.
Yes.
Hey, y'all give it up for one time for my man Fish one time, man. Give it up for my man Fish.
Thank you all. Hey, I guess that's a wrap.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a wrap.
So I appreciate you having us on this platform.
Yes,
This is my form of an outro. Definitely appreciate you, creating platforms like this and seeing that there's something needed in our community to push, our culture forward. And with the title of this podcast, it definitely speaks volume. So you got a supporter in me. I'll love to, bless the platform anytime. And I'm also going to do my due diligence to bring more people to your platform.
I appreciate it, brother.
For sure.
Appreciate it, brother.
For sure.
Absolutely. Well, of course, thanks for having me. If you want to find more information about me, I'm at ggbcc.org or sheisthevillage.org. And thank you for this. It is continuing the work.
Thank you. Thank you, King. Thank you, Queen. I really appreciate y'all coming on pretty short notice on a holiday.
Right.
That goes beyond words of my appreciation and gratitude for y'all coming in. Y'all are both wonderful individuals. I'm D. Fitch. I'm the filmmaker that you love, the storyteller that you can call upon. And I love hearing stories, telling stories of my people so we can elevate to this higher consciousness.
Let's get it.
Peace. I'm going to leave you there, show. We out.